Good evening and welcome to the Robinson City Park. And we are getting set for the Olney 12u All-Stars versus the Robinson 12u All-Stars in a district championship. If Olney is able to secure a win tonight, then they will win the district. If Robinson is victorious tonight, then they would force a game tomorrow night for the final. Olney is the visitors today. That was determined by a coin flip here before the game. So Olney will be batting first. Their batting order and lineup: Adler Widener is leading off. He's playing center field. Miller Madden batting second, playing shortstop. Emmett Coker batting third, playing third. Curtis Houchen batting fourth and catching. Batting fifth and pitching is Archer Laughlin. Lucas Mitchell's batting sixth, playing second. Bodie Kermuckle is an extra hitter. Mason Hatton is batting eighth, and he's playing first base. Rhett Easton is, as well as Marshall Weber, batting 11th, and David Fleming will round things out, batting 12th, playing right field. For Robinson, they will be the home team here tonight. Caden Wagner leads things off. He plays third base. Mason Veach plays shortstop. Grady Brandenburg is batting third, playing center field. Nash Redmond is batting fourth, playing right field. Jace Blessing's doing the catching. He's batting fifth. Liam Schaefer is the first baseman, batting sixth. Gibson Ackman is playing second base, batting seventh. Caden Haberlin is an extra hitter. And so is Weston Miller, batting ninth. Max Schaefer doing the pitching today. He's batting 10th. Maddox Walton is playing left field, batting 11th. And Wrigley Wood is an extra hitter, batting 12th. So if Olney can secure a win here tonight, they will advance the state. If Robinson can secure a win, then they will force a second championship game here tomorrow night. Olney's coaches are Bo Madden, Justin Willey, and Mysika Mitchell. Olney remains unbeaten here in the tournament so far. They've beat Lawrenceville and Mount Carmel. This will be the first matchup between Olney and Robinson of the tournament. We are set for action as Adler Widener steps in, and he awaits the first pitch of the ball game. First pitch from Schaefer comes in high, ball one. That one came in high, called a strike, counts 1-1. One misses, so that runs a count, 2 balls and a strike. Widener ahead here. Two-one comes in real high, ball 3. So Widener ahead here in the count, 3 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch. That's right down the middle, strike 2. So that runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So a big pitch here from Schaefer. 3-2 is swung on, it's chopped to the shortstop. And he makes a nice play on that. That is Mason Veach with the nice play on the slow roller, and just beats, the throw just beats Widener to the base for the first out. It's going to bring in Miller Madden here with 1 out. First pitch from Schaefer to Madden. That's in for strike 1. The 0-1, that misses, evens the count 1-1. That ball hits the dirt. 2 balls and a strike now to count on Madden. That strike evens the count 2-2. 2-2 chopped in no man's land, right out in front of the catcher and the pitcher, and Madden is aboard with a single. It's going to bring Emmett Coker to the plate here with 1 out, and Miller Madden, the runner, at first. First pitch to Coker. That's swung on and missed, strike 1. Schaefer from the stretch. He delivers the 0-1. That's in for strike 2. So Coker quickly behind in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes. For strike 3. So 3 strikes in a row to Coker from Schaefer. And that is 2 outs. And that'll bring in first pitch to Houchin is inside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, that hits the dirt. So Houchin heading the count here. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 from Schaefer. That's high, ball 3. So Houchin has watched 3 straight balls. He's ahead in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. That one finds the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. We have 2 outs. Side ball 4, so Houchin will draw the 2-out walk, putting runners at first and second. For the pitcher, Archer Laughlin. First pitch Archer sees is swung on and missed, strike 1. Gets away from the catcher, though, and the runners both advance 1 base. Puts runners now at second and third, and Laughlin has a chance here to put Olney on the board, but he is behind the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Inside, ball 1. That ball is swung on, fouled right at Coach Bo Madden. And Laughlin hangs on for another chance. And that ball is drove to the outfield, and that will score 1 run. Left fielder bobbles it a little bit, but Coker will be held up at third, and Laughlin will move into second base. So Olney on the board first, with runners still on second and third for Lucas Mitchell. First pitch he sees is grounded to the first baseman, and he bobbles it and is unable to make the play. Makes the score 2-0 in favor of Olney. Brings in Bodie Kermichael. He's got runners at first and third now, still 2 outs. First pitch he sees is swung on and missed. Bodie aiming for the trees on that one. The 0-1 pitch from Schaefer. Load the bases for Mason Hatton. And Blessing going to have a conversation with Schaefer, try to calm him down a little bit. Olney leads 2-0. They have bases loaded, 2 outs. And Mason Hatton is the batter.
Let's go, Mace.
Oh, yeah, let's go, Mace. Let's go, kid. Mason!
That's what you got.
First pitch to Hatton. That's high, ball 1. That ball's drove to center field, and that will score 1 run.
Good job, Archer!
And Laughlin will score, making the score 3-0 in favor of Olney.
Go, Red.
It's going to bring in Rhett Easton to the plate. Bases still loaded, 2 outs.
I saw you eyeing it.
Schaefer throwing from the stretch. He has his sign. He comes set. He delivers. First pitch to Easton is swung on and missed, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch comes in, strike 2. So Easton quickly behind the count here, and no balls, 2 strikes. Chopped up the middle. Second baseman can't handle it, and that ball gets to the grass, and that is going to score 1 run. And Bodie scores from second base. So the error on the second baseman will score 2 for Olney, making the score 5-0.
Go, 1.
It's going to bring Ledger Breeden to the plate for his first at bat of the day. As the Robinson coach comes out to have a quick word with his pitcher. Hatton, the runner at third. Easton, the runner at second. And Breeden, the batter.
Keep moving.
There's 2 outs. First pitch Breeden sees is high, ball 1.
Oh, yeah, Andrew, way to hold it.
Hatton has some speed on third base, so a pass ball could score a run here. The 1-0 is high, ball 2. A 2-0 pitch is swung on. That is hit into right field, and that'll score
Good job, Mason.
Mason Hatton as Easton ends up on third. So first and third, score is now 6-0.
Go, Marshall.
It's going to bring Marshall Weber to the plate. First pitch he sees is high, ball 1. As Breeden takes second. Puts runners at second and third for Weber. 1 ball, no strike count. That ball is foul tipped, strike 1. That evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Schaefer is swung on. That is hit past the second baseman, and that's going to get to the fence. That'll easily score 2 runs. And Weber is rounding second, and he's headed to third, and he is in with a stand-up triple, scoring 2 runs. So a 2 RBI triple for Marshall Weber.
Go, David.
Brings Olney to the bottom of the order, David Fleming, and we're going to have a pitching change as this is the second mound visit by the coach. And I believe the center fielder just came in, which would be Grady Brandenburg. So Brandenburg, the new pitcher, and we will have I'm just going to run down a list of our sponsors here. The warm-ups don't take very long here in Little League, so I don't have time for my commercial, I don't think, right now. But I can tell you, 618 Construction is a fine sponsor. Ashton Crawford, he's selling cars at Steve Faulkner Automotive in Princeton, Indiana. Richland County Scratch and Dent, Hovey's Diner, Travis Excavating, your Country Financial Agents in West Salem, Steve and Evan Thompson, Britain's Bullpen, Southern Smoke Baseball, Fit by G, Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Ophelia's Cup, Mark Lambert, Mayor of Olney, Morgan's Tree, LLC, The Smokin' Pig, Prime Auto Repair and Prime Auto Collision, Duncan Boys Trucking, Bob's Pizza, Tree Works, Richland County's financial agents Chuck Schmucker and Jimmy Fehrenbacher, Pizza Fast, and Willis Wheels. First pitch from Brandenburg to Fleming is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Pitch from Brandenburg is down the middle, swung on and missed, strike 1. So it counts even 1-1. Weber, the runner, at third. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 2. So Fleming behind in the count here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball comes in low. Evens the count 2-2. Top of the order stands on deck.
Good job, David.
2-2 is fouled straight back out of play. So count remains the same. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 is swung on a miss, so Olney will bat through the order in the top half of the first. They will leave 1 man stranded, but not before they score 8 runs in the top of the first inning. We'll have the bottom of the first for you when we return. Welcome back to Robinson City Park. You're watching the Olney 12u All-Stars and the Robinson 12u All-Stars in a district championship game here this evening.
Go deep in. Get him going, Kurt.
Archer Laughlin doing the pitching for Olney starting out. And the first batter for Robinson is going to be Caden Wagner. He's the third baseman. Outing of the game here with an 8-0 lead. Has to take a little bit of pressure off of the guy. First pitch he throws just outside, ball 1. Laughlin from the stretch, he has a sign, he's set. And he delivers the 1-0 pitch. That is grounded to the second baseman. Nice play
Nice job.
by Lucas Mitchell. Or, let's see. Who is second baseman? Lucas Mitchell, yep. Lucas Mitchell came in on that ball and made a nice play for the first out. Mason Veach, the shortstop, will be the second batter. First pitch he sees. And that's going to hit him in the helmet, so he will take his base. So Veach is aboard on the hit by pitch, and Grady Bradenberg will be the next batter. Brandenburg is the current pitcher. He was the center fielder, but came in to pitch there in the first inning. First pitch he sees, fouled back out of play, strike one. So Laughlin working ahead in the count here. No balls, one strike. The 0-1. That's in for strike two. So Laughlin way ahead in the count here. No balls, two strikes. And give him something a little bit out of the zone here to make him chase. Quick conversation here from Houchin and Laughlin. Say Laughlin's going to be trying to keep this one out of the strike zone. Houchin's going to have to work to make the grab. And that's fouled out of play. Hits the pole, almost comes back in play. So the count remains no balls, two strikes. So Brandenburg steps in for another 0-2 delivery from Laughlin. And that is drove to right field, and that's going to be a fair ball. That's going to move the runner from first to third, and puts runners at first and third.
Hey, we're good.
For Nash Redmond, the right fielder. That's in for a strike. Laughlin doing a good job this evening here, working ahead in the counts. I don't think he's been behind an account too often. No balls, one strike. That one misses just inside. Evens the count 1-1.
Great.
The 1-1 pitch. That's right down the middle. Strike two. Ball and two strikes now the count.
Go, Kurt. Get one more right here.
That one swung on. Fly ball to right field. And David Fleming makes a nice catch. And Veach will tag and score from third, but only now has two outs. Jace Blessing will be the next batter. He has a runner at first and two outs.
Good defense.
First pitch to Jace is swung on. It's fouled back out of play. And once again, Laughlin ahead in the count. No balls, one strike. The ball comes in high, evens the count 1-1. Blessing the catcher for Robinson. He has a 1-1 count. That ball is drove hard into center field. And that ball is back in the infield quickly, and runners advance one base, putting runners at first and second for Olney.
Hey, here we go. We got two down.
And that's going to bring in the first baseman, Liam Schaefer, for Robinson. Olney still has two outs, and Robinson has runners at first and second. One ball, no strikes. That one swung on, it's fouled, and it's going to just get out of play. Nice effort there by Houchin, getting over there to the net. Evens the count 1-1. One ball, one strike count. The 1-1 from Laughlin is outside ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now. Schaefer with a runner in scoring position at second base, 2 outs. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 2. Schaefer was behind on that.
Kurt, let's get one more.
Laughlin from the stretch, he comes set. The 2-2 delivery. That's foul tipped, and Schaefer stays alive. Count remains the same, 2-2. The 2-2 delivery misses outside. That makes the count full, 3-2.
Here we go. One more right here. Go D.
The 3-2 pitch from Laughlin
Nice.
hits the outside corner, called strike 3. So Robinson will leave 2 men stranded, and after 1 complete inning, the score is Olney 8, Robinson 1. We'll have the second for you when we return. Welcome back to Robinson City Park. You're watching the Olney 12u All-Stars and the Robinson 12u All-Stars in a district championship game. Olney is back to the top of the order here in the second inning. Aiden Widener will be leading things off. First pitch he sees, that's high, ball 1. That one's in, called strike 1. Counts even 1-1. The 1-1 delivery is swung on and missed, strike 2. Special shout out to, in addition to our normal sponsors, the Houchin family, the McDowell family, and the Brown family, all helping bring these specifically Little League games to you. So thank you to them. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Widener. The 2-2 is swung on, and that's foul down the third base side. So Widener stays alive with a 2-2 count. Love to see the two-strike approach here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Widener widens his stance. Looking to shorten up his swing and just put a ball in play. That one's low. Ball 3. Counts full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ooh. That one crossed at his neck but called strike 3. Brings Miller Madden in for his second bat. He is 1 for 1 on the day. He had a little chopper just in front of the catcher. His first at bat. First pitch he sees, swung on, and that's going to be foul. The ball is chopped to the first baseman. Excellent job there by the pitcher, Bradenberg, getting over to cover first base on that. Had he not done that, that out would not have been made. So excellent heads-up play there by Bradenberg, covering first base for the second out. Emmett Coker is the batter. That one's high and tight, ball 1. Coker struck out his first time up. Stands in with 2 outs, 1 ball, no strike count. That's swung on and missed. Strike 1. Coker takes a hack at that one, tips it into the catcher's glove, strike 2. So Coker behind the count here, 1-2. The 1-2 delivery is swung on and missed, strike 3. So Olney will go down 1-2-3 in their half of the second. They still lead the game 8-1. We are headed to the bottom of the second inning. Welcome back to Robinson City Park.
We accepted the
Gibson Ackman, the second baseman, will be the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second for Robinson. Laughlin still pitching for Olney. First pitch he throws is called a ball, maybe low. It was across the plate, so low is my guess. 1 ball, no strike. That's a strike, and that's hit in the gap between third and short. And Red Easton will get that ball in quick, keeping Ackman at first.
Come on, defense. Ready?
Caden Haberlin, the extra hitter, will be up for his first bat of the game. Ackman, the runner, at first. Laughlin delivers. That's swung on, and that's going to be fouled on the third base side. Laughlin ahead in the count here. No balls, one strike. The 0-1 delivery is swung on and missed. And back pick attempt there by Houch.
I got one down.
And that's a strikeout for Laughlin for the first out. And that will bring up the other extra hitter for Robinson, Weston Miller. Laughlin from the stretch. He is set. And he delivers. Outside, ball one. Houchin keeping Ackman honest at first. One ball, no strike count. That swung on and missed.
Nice. Way to hang, Kurt.
Strike one. Evens the count 1-1. One misses low. Nice block there by Houchin behind the plate, keeping the runner at first. So 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. The 2-1 delivery. That's in for a strike 2. That evens the count 2-2. Miller digs in. He awaits the 2-2 pitch from Laughlin. And he delivers. And that hit him, so Miller will take his base on the hit by pitch. And let's bring in Max Schaefer.
We got one down.
Max was the starting pitcher, now playing third base. Schaefer steps in with 1 out. He's got runners at first and second. First pitch he sees is drove into left field. That's a fair ball. Red Easton gets over, makes a nice play, and keeps the run from second scoring. But it does load the bases for Maddox Walton, the left fielder. He is the 11th batter in the lineup.
Good, Ethan.
Big time for a strikeout here if we can get one. Laughlin comes set. He delivers the first pitch. That's swung on a miss. Strike 1.
Start.
The 0-1. That's high. That evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 from Laughlin. Misses just inside, ball 2. Two-one swung on and missed. Nice hustle by Houchin. That ball gets by him. But
Way to cover. 8.
nobody scores, and 2 balls, 2 strikes. So big time for a strikeout here with bases loaded with just 1 out. The 2-2. That swung on a miss, strike 3. So big strikeout there from Laughlin,
You got 2 down.
giving only 2 outs. And that brings in the bottom of the lineup, Wrigley Wood. He is an extra hitter. First pitch he sees, swung on a miss, strike 1. So Laughlin working hard to get himself out of a huge jam here in the second inning. That one misses, low and outside. Evens the count 1-1. Nice block by Houchin behind the plate there. Love to see a catcher block. Especially, I think Houchin just turned 11. So, 11-year-old back there blocking a baseball. Love to see it. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Check swing, he did go. Evens the count 2-2. So Laughlin 1 strike away from getting out of a big jam here in the second. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The delivery. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Houchin will step on home on the drop third strike for the 3rd out. So Robinson will leave 3 runners stranded. And score remains 8-1 in favor of Olney. We will have the 3rd inning for you coming up. Welcome back to Robinson City Park. Curtis Houchin leading things off for Olney here in the 3rd. First pitch he sees comes in high, ball 1. Houchin doing the catching, doing a heck of a job back there for Olney today. The 1-0 pitch. That one's low, ball 2. Brandenburg still the pitcher for Robinson. That one had a little zip to it. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Or strike 1, sorry. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one swung on and missed. That evens the count 2-2. The 2-2 delivery from Brandenburg is hit to right field by Curtis Houchin, and he's aboard with a leadoff single to start the 3rd inning. And that's going to bring in Aiden Laughlin, or Archer. Archer, Laughlin, Aiden Widener. Too many A's. First pitch to Archer, swung on and missed, strike 1. The 0-1, that's fouled towards the first base side, but the first baseman comes over, makes a nice catch for the 1st out of the 3rd inning. And Lucas Mitchell will step in for Olney with 1 out. And Houchin, the runner at first. Brandenburg has his sign. He is set. He delivers. That ball's fouled straight back. No balls and a strike, the count. No balls, 1 strike to count. That ball comes in low. That gets by the catcher, and Houchin will advance to 2nd on the pass ball. So Mitchell with a runner in scoring position now with a 1-1 count. The 1-1 from Brandenburg is on the way. And Mitchell swung on. That one's hit to right field. And right fielder Redman comes in and makes a nice catch on that for the second out. Bodie Kermickle will be the last chance for Olney here in the third with 2 outs. He is trying to get it to the next guy. And Mitchell will come into courtesy run for the catcher Houchin. Kermickle hit one out of this ballpark last game. Be a cool time to do it again. First pitch he sees, that's right down the middle, strike 1. That one's fouled, so Kermickle quickly behind in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes. Brandenburg with 31 pitches. The 32nd pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 delivery. That one swung on, but it is fouled down the right field side, so count remains 1-2. Kermickle swung on and missed, strike 3. So Olney will leave 1 runner stranded here in their half of the third. They still lead this game 8-1. We will have the bottom of the third for you coming right up. So Robinson is back to the top of their order here in the bottom of the third. Caden Wagner. First pitch he sees from Laughlin is chopped to third. And nice play by Emmett Coker, coming in on that slow roller and making a nice throw across the diamond for the first out. Sorry, I forgot to change the view. Mason Veach, the shortstop, is the second batter in the order, and the second batter up to bat here in the third. First pitch. Now, Laughlin steps off, wants to reset. Laughlin throwing from the stretch here. First pitch is outside, ball 1. 44 pitches so far after 2.1 innings for Laughlin. The 1-0 pitch. That's swung on, and hard ground ball in between shortstop and third, and that ball is kicked to the side by Easton, and Veach will take second. So Veach in scoring position for Grady Brandenburg, the current pitcher for Robinson. Laughlin looks in, gets his sign, steps off, resets. First pitch to Brandenburg is swung on, fouled out of play, strike one. So often working ahead in the count here. No balls, one strike to Brandenburg. The 0-1. Curveball misses. Nice block by Houchin, and Veach will stay at second base. A ball and a strike is the count. The 1-1 pitch. That's fouled, strike two.
Good job. Up on him now. Here we go. One more pitch.
Laughlin has his sign. The 1-2 delivery. Curveball misses high, ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count on Brandenburg. 2-2. And that's drove to left field. Easton will field that, get it in quickly, and Veach will stop at third. Brandenburg will stop at first. Puts runners at first and third for the right fielder Redmond. So now the question is, first and third, do we throw, do we not throw? Big lead here. I think I'd chuck it down there and get an out. We shall see. The pitch. Pitch is called a ball. Runner doesn't go. I bet we're throwing it. That ball is fouled out of play down the right field line. Hits the top of the lights, comes back in. Ball and a strike, the count now. So Robinson not running here, maybe not willing to sacrifice an out. That ball is drove just over the glove of Mitchell, and that ball is going to get to the fence. That'll score 1 run, and we'll leave runners at first and third. So 8-2 the score now.
Hey, we're good, Orange. Let's go.
It's going to bring in the catcher, Jace Blessing. Laughlin with 53 pitches. 54th pitch is a curveball, beautiful.
Nice shot.
Drops in for strike one. So Laughlin working ahead in the count here. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1. Another curveball. That one breaks in high. Evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 to Blessing. Curveball. Gets him ducking out of the way, but breaks in for a strike. Beautifully done there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that ball is lined to the first baseman, Hatton. He makes the catch and steps on first for the double play. So big play there by Mason Hatton, the unassisted double play. And Robinson will leave 2 men stranded. They do score 1 run. So after 3 complete innings, the score is Olney 8, Robinson 2. We'll have the 4th for you coming right up. Welcome back to the Robinson City Park. You're watching the Olney 12u and Robinson 12u District Championship game. We're in the fourth inning. Olney leads 8-2. And Mason Hatton, who just finished up a unassisted double play on defense, steps in on offense as the first batter here in the fourth. And the first pitch he sees is high, ball one. Brandenburg still pitching for Robinson. He has thrown 35 pitches. The one ball, no strike delivery is drove up the middle, and Brandenburg makes a nice catch, flips it to first for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring in Rhett Easton.
Let's go, Rhett. Let's go, two.
Easton digs in. He awaits the first pitch of the bat, and it is swung on a miss, strike one. The 0-1 from Brandenburg. That hits the dirt. Evens the count 1-1. One ball, one strike count. The pitch, that hits the dirt, ball two. So Easton ahead in the count here. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1, it bounces, ball 3. So Rhett way ahead in the count here, 3 balls, 1 strike. And the catcher wants a new ball. The 3-1 delivery, that misses outside. So Easton will draw the 1-out walk for Olney. Puts a runner at first base for Ledger Breeden.
Let's go, one.
Next, number 1, Ledger Breeden.
Just noticed that Veach is the new catcher as Breeden watches strike one. So I'm wondering if Blessing may be a potential pitcher in today's game since they took him out from the catching position. The 0-1 pitch, it misses outside, and Easton read the ball in the dirt there and took second base. Nice job there by Rhett Easton. So it counts even 1-1 as Easton moves into scoring position. The 1-1 pitch to Breeden is swung on, fouled back, strike 2. So a ball and 2 strike count now. The 1-2 hits the dirt, evens the count 2-2. Two is inside. It makes the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The full count delivery from Brandenburg is foul tipped into the catcher Veach's glove for strike 3. So that is 2 outs. And Marshall Weber will be the batter. Marshall tripled his first at bat. So why not do it again? At least double and get Rhett Easton in. First pitch to Weber, swung on, it's fouled, out of play. So Weber behind in the count here, 0-1.
Go 11. Go 1.
Brandenburg has a sign. He delivers the 0-1 pitch. And that's swung on, foul tipped, strike 2. So Weber quickly behind here in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Easton, the runner at second. The 0-2 from Brandenburg. It misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 misses inside, evens the count, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch from Brandenburg, that's right down the middle. Strike 3 as Weber goes down looking on strikes, and Olney will leave one man stranded. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, scores Olney 8, Robinson 2. Set to stay, and they're still messing around.
Go, Kurt. Get him going.
Welcome back to Robinson City Park. Schaefer is the batter. First pitch he sees from Laughlin is outside, ball 1. That one misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. That is pitch number 60 from Laughlin. Laughlin just threw 6 pitches against Mount Carmel on Monday, so he is good for, I believe 85 is the max allowed by Little League. As that one misses outside, 3 balls, no strikes. So Laughlin looking to come back here with a 3-0 count, and that one hits the outside corner. Strike 1. The 3-1 is swung on, fouled. So Laughlin goes from 3-0 to 3-2, full count. So Schaefer will draw the leadoff walk for Robinson. And Gibson Ackman will be the next batter for Robinson.
Reset. You want this.
Ackman, the 7th batter in the lineup. First pitch he sees is fouled down the first base side. Strike 1. Huge crowd here for both Olney and Robinson. Lots of people here at the park tonight. Curveball breaks just high. Evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 from Laughlin. That is popped into the infield. And Lucas Mitchell makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Caden Heberlin steps in for Robinson. First pitch he sees, that misses outside, ball 1. Houchin's wanting to chuck one down there so bad he can't hardly stand it. I say let her fly. 1 ball, no strike. That one's fouled, back, out of play, strike 1. Evens the count 1-1. Laughlin set, he delivers the 1-1 pitch, and that is blooped to second base Lucas Mitchell, and he catches that one. So Mitchell 2 for 2 on the pop flies here in the 4th. 2 outs, and Weston Miller, the extra hitter, will step in for Robinson. Curveball beautifully drops in for strike 1. I'm standing right behind home, and these curveballs are looking real nice from Laughlin. No balls and a strike. He's working ahead here. The 0-1 pitch is grounded to third base. Emmett Coker, nice throw across the diamond for the 3rd out of the inning. So we've played 4 complete innings here in Robinson. Olney leads 8-2. We are headed to the 5th, and we'll have that for you when we return.
Good, David. New base runner.
David Fleming will be leading things off in the 5th here for Olney. And that means the top of the order, Aiden Widener, will be on deck. First pitch to Fleming is outside, ball 1. Brandenburg still on the bump for Robinson. He has thrown 53 pitches. He comes set. He delivers the 1-0 pitch to Fleming. It's high, ball 2. So Fleming ahead in the count here. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0, that's down the middle, strike 1. Not a bad pitch to let go, though. The 2-1 pitch from Brandenburg is on the way. And check swing, he did go. So that evens the count 2-2. The 2-2 swung on, fouled straight back, so Fleming stays alive. And the count remains the same, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 is grounded slowly to the pitcher, and he'll field it and flip to first for the 1st out. So 1 up, 1 down for Olney here in the 5th. And that brings us back to the top of the order as Aiden Widener steps in for his 3rd at-bat of the game. First pitch to Widener. He squares the bunt, pulls back, ball's high. 1 ball, no strike. Widener digs in. He waits the 1-0 pitch from Brandenburg. He delivers, hits the dirt, ball 2. So Widener ahead here, 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 comes in, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike now to count on Widener. That one misses inside. Runs the count 3-1. And Widener will draw the 1-out walk for Olney. And that's going to bring Miller Madden to the plate for his third at bat of the game. And he steps in with 1 out and a runner at first base. Madden also hits from the left side. First pitch to him, down the middle, strike 1. The 0-1 misses high, evens the count 1-1. That one's inside. Nice grab there by the catcher. Veach keeping that ball in front of him. And keeps Widener at first. 2 balls and a strike to count. That one swung on, fouled out of play. So the count's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. The 2-2 to Madden. That one's line drive to the second baseman. Nice grab there by, that's Gibson Ackman at second. Nice grab by him. And with 2 outs, Emmett Coker will step in. Widener still the runner at first. That ball is chopped slowly to third. Nice stop. And so first baseman can't quite make the scoop, and Coker is aboard. Puts runners at first and third for Olney. And Curtis Houchin steps in. So Houchin with 2 outs here, trying to get a runner across here for Olney in the 5th. Coker the runner at first. The pitch to Houchin misses outside. Ball 1. With 2 outs, I don't expect to steal here, but you never know. 1 ball, no strike. That one in for a strike. And Coker gets in a rundown long enough to get Widener across home and gets back to first.
There go Kurt.
Makes the score 9-2 now in favor of Olney. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Houchin, and Coker the runner at first. Perfectly executed there by Coker to get that run home. That one's foul tip, strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes to count on Houchin. The 1-2 delivery misses inside, evens the count 2-2. Ball's ground to second base. And Ackman will make the play for the third out. So Olney will leave one man stranded in their half of the fifth. They do score 1 run. As we head to the bottom of the fifth, Olney leads 9-2.
No defense.
Welcome back to Robinson. Archer Laughlin still on the mound here, as the first pitch he throws to Schaefer is swung on and missed, strike 1. 73 pitches, 85 is the limit. The 0-1, another curveball. That one breaks just a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good job, Kurt.
Tough to lay off of that one if you're Schaefer. The 1-1. That one's in for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Laughlin seems to be throwing harder now than he was at the first of the game. He's just getting warmed up. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Max Walton, the left fielder, will step in. He is the 11th batter in the lineup. That pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. So Laughlin in a groove here in the bottom of the 5th. You can tell he's just feeling good right now. His body language is good. No balls and a strike. That one swung on and missed, strike 2. He is in a groove, folks. He's in a groove. 78 pitches. He's approaching the limit. The 0-2. That's popped up. And what a play by Mason Hatton. Just off a camera view here, but Mason Hatton dives and makes a beautiful play for the second out.
Good job, Hatton.
Wrigley Wood steps in with 2 outs. The pitch, that's outside, ball 1. That's pitch number 80. That one swung on a miss, evens the count 1-1. And ground ball to the shortstop, Miller Madden, with a beautiful play across the diamond for the third out. So my guess is that will be all for Laughlin. 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 walk. Just 1 walk. That's impressive for a 12-year-old kid. And 5 strikeouts. So I guess I expect that is it for him. But we are headed to the 6th inning, and we'll have that for you when we return. Welcome back to Robinson City Park. The pitcher, Archer Laughlin, is the leadoff batter here for Olney in the top half of the 6th inning. Brandenburg still on the bump here with 74 pitches. Pitch number 75 hits the outside corner in for strike 1. The 0-1 to Laughlin. That's inside.
Good eye.
Counts even 1-1. One's fouled. So Laughlin falls behind here in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Laughlin digs in, 2-strike approach here. And Brandenburg delivers, and that's high, ball 2. Counts even 2-2. Brandenburg and the catcher mix up on signs here. You're going to step off and reset. The 2-2 delivery to Laughlin. That's fouled away, and he stays alive. Count remains the same, 2-2. The 2-2 again. Misses. Outside, ball 3. I think if the catcher catches that, the umpire would have called it. He's been calling that outside all night. But with the catcher missing, tough to call a strike. So, full count. Big pitch here by Brandenburg. And Laughlin will draw the leadoff walk for Olney here in the 6th inning.
Go, Luke.
First pitch to Mitchell comes in high, ball 1. Laughlin the runner at first, Mitchell the batter. Brandenburg delivers. That one misses. And Laughlin will be caught stealing for the first out of the inning. Straight steals are tough in Little League Baseball. You can't leave till the ball crosses the plate, so it gives the catcher a long time to throw. That ball's high. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 to Mitchell. That's in for strike 1. Mitchell digs in. He awaits the 3-1 delivery. And that's swung on and missed. So the count's full, 3-2.
Hang in there, Luke.
That's 86 pitches for Brandenburg. So this will be his last batter. He is allowed to finish the batter. So we will have a pitching change right after this. And that one's fouled into the Olney dugout. Count remains the same, 3-2. Brandenburg from the stretch delivers the 3-2 pitch. And that's fouled away as Mitchell stays alive. And Mitchell will draw the 1-out walk. And that will be it for Brandenburg as he finishes with 89 pitches. He threw 89 pitches, 51 strikes. He allowed just 1 run on 2 hits, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So solid outing there for Brandenburg as he came in relief early for Robinson, in relief for Max Schaefer. So the new pitcher is Blessing, and my theory was correct. Blessing was the catcher. He was taken out after the third inning, and my thought was he might be the next up pitching, and he is. So Blessing will take over the pitching for Robinson here and try to get the final 2 outs for them before they head to bat in the bottom of the 6th for one more chance to keep their season alive. First batter that the first batter that Blessing will see will be Bodie Kermickle. Kermickle has a threat for a long ball, as he did it on Monday night against Mount Carmel. Put one over the left field fence for them. And he'll have a runner aboard. Mitchell, the runner at first. So Bodie steps in, and he awaits the first pitch of the game by Blessing. And it's a curveball, and Bodie swings and misses, strike one. The 0-1 from Blessing was another curveball. That one misses high, 1-1. That one misses low. Back pick attempt there by the catcher, not in time. Two balls, one strike to count. 2-1 delivery from Blessing. That one misses outside. So Bodie ahead in the count here. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 misses low, so Kermickle will draw the 1-out walk. Puts runners at first and second for Mason Hatton. So Olney looking to tack on a couple more runs here before they head to the bottom half of the 6th. The first pitch Hatton sees from Blessing is right down the middle, strike one. That one misses outside. Evens the count 1-1. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count, 1 out. And Olney has runners at first and second. The 1-1 from Blessing. That ball is drove deep to left field. And warning track power. That scores 1 run. And Kermickle will hold up at third. And Hatton will be on second with a stand-up double. That ball nearly got out of here. Just short of a home run. Makes the score 10-2. RBI there by Hatton. And Red Easton steps in with 1 out. First pitch he sees. Misses inside. So Blessing is a curveball thrower. Not very many pitches that he throws are not curveballs. The 1-0 to Easton. That one's in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one was a fastball. The 1-1 swung on. That's drove to right field. And nice catch there by the right fielder. And Bodie Kermickle tags at third, and he will score on the sac fly by Easton. So 11-2 now to score, 2 outs, and Ledger Breeden steps in. He's got a runner at third base, Mitchell. First pitch is low, ball 1. That one misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Hatton, the runner at third. That one misses inside as well. 3-0. The 3-0 pitch to Breeden. That finds the zone. In for strike one. Breeden still ahead in the count here. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 from Blessing. That one is low, ball 4. And that puts runners at first and third for Marshall Weber. So a little 2-out rally going on here for Olney. Blessing delivers first pitch to Weber. It's outside, ball 1. The 1-0 from Blessing. That one's drove, but it's going to be fouled on the third base side.
Go on.
The 1-1 is in called strike 2. So the zone is getting a little wider here. Understandable, it's 11-2. And near the end of the game here, the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch to Weber. That's swung on and missed, strike 3. So Olney will leave 2 men stranded. The bottom of the 6th, and we'll have that for you when we return. Welcome back. So Laughlin is still in. He has 3 pitches to give here. The first pitch misses, ball 1. So that is the 83rd pitch. If he gets to 85 here with this batter, this will be his last batter. 1 ball, no strike count. The batter is Caden Wagner. That pitch is drove into center field for a base hit. So Wagner starts the 6th for Robinson with a leadoff base hit. And Laughlin is at 84 pitches. So this will be his final batter. And it is Veach. That one misses outside, ball 1. So Veach will be the final batter for Laughlin. As that was pitch 85, he is allowed to finish this batter. The 1 ball, no strike delivery is drove to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit as Fleming makes a nice play on that. And runners will advance 1 base. So that will do it for Laughlin. And Brennenberg will be the next batter for the new pitcher. So official now for Laughlin. He threw 5 innings. He allowed 2 runs on 9 hits, struck out 5, and only walked 1. So excellent outing there by Archer Laughlin. And we will see who the next guy is.
He's got a few pitches. Let's go.
So Miller Madden will finish things off here for Olney. I don't know what he pitched this week, so I don't really know how many pitches he has, but evidently he has some. So Madden will throw his warm-up tosses. And I'm going to run down our sponsor list one more time before this game is over. 618 Construction, Ashton Crawford at Steve Faulkner Automotive in Princeton, Richland County Scratch and Dent, Hovey's Diner, Travis Excavating, your Country Financial Agents in West Salem, Steve and Evan Thompson, Britain's Bullpen, Southern Smoke, Fit by G, Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Ophelia's Cup, Mark Lambert, Mayor of Olney, Morgan's Duncan Boys Trucking, Bob's Pizza, Tree Works, Chuck Schmucker and Jimmy Fehrenbacher, your Richland County Country Financial Agents, Pizza Fast, and Willis Wheels in Vincennes. Also a special thanks to the Houchin family, the McDowell family, and the Brown family, who are specifically donating here to help bring us these 12U All-Star Little League district games. So Brandenburg will be the first batter that Miller Madden faces here in the 6th. And he comes in with nobody out, runners at first and second. First pitch Madden throws is outside. Nice block by Houchin, keeping the ball in front, keeping the runners at their bases. 1 ball, no strike count here for Madden. Madden from the stretch leans in, gets his sign. He delivers the 1-0 pitch. It misses high, ball 2.
Good stop, Kurt.
Curtis Houchin, brick wall back here for Olney. So Madden trying to get settled in here. He delivers the 2-0 pitch. Comes in high, ball 3. Miller, deep breath. He delivers. And 4 straight pitches as Brandenburg will draw the walk to load the bases here for Robinson with nobody out. And that will bring in Nash Redmond, the right fielder. First pitch he sees is low, ball 1. So that's 5 straight balls by Madden, who's struggling to find the zone. The 1-0 to Redmond. That one misses outside.
You're good. You're good. Good job, Kurt.
2-0.
Stop the ball.
As Coach Bo Madden comes out, not sure if this is a calm him down or if this is a pitching change. Looks like it's just a discussion. But he only gets 2 mound visits, so next time he comes out, this inning will be a pitching change. So hopefully they got him calmed down a little bit. He takes another deep breath. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Bases are loaded, nobody's out. We're in the bottom of the 6th. This is the last chance for Robinson. The 2-0 pitch, that one finds the zone. Strike 1. The 2-1. That one bounces. What a block by Curtis Houchin. I am loving watching this kid catch. The 3-1 delivery from Madden. It misses outside. So that's going to walk in a run for Robinson, making the score 11-3. Base is still loaded. So Jace Blessing steps in. He's the current pitcher. He started the game as the catcher. He's now the pitcher. And Miller Madden from the stretch leans in, gets his sign. And the first pitch he throws is a breaking ball in for strike 1. Another breaking ball. That one breaks just inside ball 1. So the count's even 1-1.
Go. Stay in there.
Here we go.
Another breaking ball fouled off by Blessing. Next count 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Madden seems to be settling in a little bit here with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. He does still have the bases loaded and nobody out. The 1-2 to Blessing. That one swung and fouled down the third base side. Count remains the same, 1-2. Huge crowd on hand here tonight in Robinson. Fans all around the fence. Bleachers are full. Standing room only. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch on the way as Blessing calls time. The 1-2. That misses outside. And nice hustle by Houchin.
Go now. Now go.
And
Good. Good job.
so a runner got hung up. A runner got hung up between first and second as they thought the runner was going to advance on the pass ball. They did not. Then Olney threw to second, or threw to first. And the runner at third scored, and the runners both advanced. Now runners at second and third.
Come on, Chase.
Scores 11-4.
Make contact. Let's go.
So the count's even 2-2. Blessing awaits the 2-2 pitch. And that's swung on. Foul down the right field line. Count remains 2-2. Miller from the stretch, the 2-2. That's swung on and missed, but the drop third strike, and Blessing will be aboard. Liam Schaefer, the next batter. He's the first baseman. Still nobody out. Bases are loaded again for Robinson. Miller from the stretch. First pitch to Schaefer comes in high for ball 1.
Go, Schaefer. Deep breath.
Let's go, Bill. Let's go, kid.
The 1-0 pitch on the way from Madden, and that's high, ball 2. So Schaefer quickly ahead here in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 from Madden. That finds the strike zone. Strike 1.
Oh.
Better work, Luke.
Two balls and a strike to count. Schaefer awaits the 2-1 pitch. That's swung on. Hit to the first baseman, Mason Hatton. He makes a nice play for the first out. And Brandenburg will score on the fielder's choice, making the score 11-5. So with 1 out now, runners are at second and third. And Ackman will be the batter for Robinson. That one's high. Ackman wanted to swing, but he did hold back. 1 ball, no strike. That one comes in high, ball 2. If we can get Madden to throw it across the plate, even if they hit it, we've got a good defense out there that can make plays. We're still ahead by 6 runs. We just need strikes at this point. 2 balls, no strike. And that one bounces off the plate, gets to the backstop,
Right there.
Hey, take your time. No rush.
and brings the count to 3-0. One thing about Little League Baseball is you do not ever know what's going to happen. First base is open, so a walk wouldn't be a run here. The 3-0 pitch from Madden misses for ball 4, so Ackman draws the 1-out walk to load the bases for Caden Heberlin. And Coach Madden comes out. We will have a pitching change. This is his second visit of the inning. And it looks like it's going to be the right fielder, Fleming. So Fleming will be in to pitch for Olney. And we will let him throw his warm-up tosses, and we will return after this. So David Fleming in to pitch for Olney. He's finished his warm-up tosses. He comes in a tough situation here. He has 1 out, and Caden Heberlin is the first batter he faces. First pitch he throws is fouled away, strike 1. The 0-1 from Fleming. That one's popped up center field. And that ball is caught. Runner at third doesn't tag. So 2 outs now, and bases still loaded. Center fielder is Archer Laughlin out there. So nice grab by Laughlin for the 2nd out. So Olney now 1 out away from a district championship. First pitch from Fleming, outside ball 1.
Hey, good miss, kid. You're good. Good job, David.
Weston Miller is the last chance for Robinson. 1 ball, no strike. That one is grounded slowly to second base, and that ball is not handled. Redmond will score,
All right, shake it off.
making the score 11-6.
Good, not the nerve.
Brings Max Schaefer to the plate. Still 2 outs, and Olney still with a 5-point lead here. So
Go defense, need 1
nothing
out.
really
Let's go.
hurt. Fleming delivers, and Schaefer swung on a miss, strike 1. Schaefer digs in. He awaits the 0-1 pitch. And it's fouled back, strike 2. So Fleming way ahead here. No balls, 2 strikes. Olney now 1 strike away from a district championship and heading to state. Schaefer steps out, takes a couple deep breaths. He steps back in. He awaits the 0-2 pitch. Fleming shakes off the sign. He delivers the 0-2 and misses just inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fleming still way ahead here on Max Schaefer. That one's fouled, out of play. And Schaefer stays alive with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fleming from the windup delivers the 1-2. And umpire says foul ball, hit him in the box. So Schaefer stays alive with 1-2 again. So Olney has a force out here at any base. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Olney 1 strike away from a district championship. Fleming from the windup, he delivers the 1-2. And that's called a ball. I don't think the umpire is going to end this game on a called strike 3, doesn't appear. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count. The 2-2. That is swung on, fouled, out of play. So Max Schaefer putting up quite a battle here to try to keep Robinson's season alive. And David Fleming doing all he can do to get Olney the win here. The 2-2 again. That's fouled straight back. Count remains the same, 2-2. What a battle here by Schaefer and Fleming.
Take a breath, you're doing a great job.
From the windup, Fleming delivers the 2-2 pitch. Misses outside. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Olney 1 strike away from a district championship. Robinson has bases loaded, and Max Schaefer is the batter. David Fleming from the windup, he delivers the 3-2 pitch, and that's swung on, and that's fouled. Oh. The fence wasn't there. I could have had it. Schaefer fouls another one off. If I'm out of breath, it's because I tried to catch a foul ball. What a battle here. What a battle. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fleming delivers. And that one comes in high, ball 4. So that will walk in 1 run, making the score 11-7. And Maddox Walton will be hit by the pitch, and that will make the score 11-8. So that's going to bring in Wrigley Wood. Wrigley will be the bottom of the Robinson order. So last batter in the order, bases loaded. Fleming delivers ball 1. From the windup, Fleming delivers the 1-0 pitch. And that one's called strike 1. Evens the count 1-1. Fleming from the windup. He delivers the 1-1 to Wood. That one misses outside. Ball 2. The 2-1 from Fleming. That is grounded to the shortstop. They go across the diamond to first, and Maddox Miller with a nice play there to end the game. And Olney will be your 12U district champions as they win 11-8. But Robinson definitely threatened here in their half of the sixth, where it was 11-2 at the start of this inning, and the end of the game is 11-8. So nice job by both teams here tonight for an exciting championship game. But Olney comes out on top, and they will advance to the state tournament. Keep an eye on the Olney Little League Facebook page for game times, information, and locations for the state tournament that is coming up for the Olney 12U All-Stars. So, again, congratulations to Olney on the district championship, and thank everyone for joining us here this evening on YouTube. And that'll be all for our broadcast.